Hey, what's up, fam? It's me, Lene, aka Thoughtress, your neighborhood black queer non-binary poets, and welcome back to another Poetics with Thoughtress video. Anyway, I'm hyped today. Don't mind me. But I'm just excited to be back and feeling good and feeling like okay, I'm back to getting on my goals, and I moved my vision board so I can see it every night before I go to bed. Just little things here and there like that. And just really being kind to myself and acknowledging that, like, even tiny, like quarter baby steps still get you that much closer to what it is you're trying to do. Um, so yeah, I'm just hyped. I'm just excited. um, but welcome back. Um, I hope y'all are doing well. I hope, right? Because I know Labor Day happened. It was yesterday. It was yesterday. I hope y'all are staying safe regardless of what day Labor Day was or holiday. I mean, what are holiday weekends anymore anyway? But I hope y'all are staying safe out there. I hope you are um, being mindful. I hope that you are taking care of yourselves and loving yourselves and getting to know the amazing dopeness that is you. Because the pandemic continues, and I know we're all starting to feel, well, unless you're in Cali. If you're in Cali, maybe you're not feeling it, but I feel like for some of the rest of us, we're starting to feel that the evidence that summer is kind of gradually starting to wind down, which I feel like after Labor Day week uh starts to happen a lot faster suddenly. I mean, who knows what'll happen this year because global warming is real. But I hope y'all are staying safe. I hope y'all are, if you're able to connect with friends and family, I hope you're doing that and getting in that gushy social distance safe time. Please do so for me as well. I have asthma, so I really can't leave the house to do those things. I see friends like meeting up at restaurants to have, social distance dinner together, whatever, and I'm like, oh, if only. Um, it just poses a much higher risk for me. So, especially because I already just the pandemic alone in the beginning of shutdown triggered a really bad asthmatic response where I almost didn't make it. The end of March to the beginning of like that last week of March, first week of April, I was really struggling to breathe and had a very scary episode where I didn't think I was gonna make it. And that was just my asthma. That was not Miss Rona. Um, that was just my asthma. So since surviving that, I have just been very cautious about where I go, who I let into my space. Even I'm like, does the exterminator have to come? Like, oof. So thank you for those of you who are going out and getting together with friends and family safely, socially distance, being mindful, because when you post your stuff on social media, like, I feel like I'm living vicariously through you in those moments. So I really appreciate that. Just be safe about it, okay? Because like some of y'all, you know who you are. But anyway, so last week I did an interview for a student publication about eating disorder awareness, and so I figured this would be a good week to do my poem routine. It's one of my it's not my newest piece. I think I wrote it a year ago. And then just kind of like been tweaking it since then. That's always my process. Is always like I write things and then Virgo rising, I have to know when to stop myself from editing, when I have to let my sad son take over and be like, just put it out there, and then the Leo moon is like, glory. So I have to learn to balance those things because my Virgo rising takes over a lot. But then I end up being hypercritical of myself, and if I let that side rule when it comes to my creativity, Child, I would never put anything out, not never. So, yeah, so I've been like gradually, like, tweaking it here and there. But this is a piece that I wrote, I think actually like almost exactly a year ago, because it was at a show that was right around my New York anniversary, which is next Friday, I think. So yeah, it's almost like exactly a year old since I like first wrote this piece. But I just feel like it speaks to some of that energy from last week, some of the energy that still pops up in waves in quarantine. So yeah, I figured this week let me do a routine for y'all. So sit back and enjoy. I'm moving through a world that doesn't want me to exist. Because somehow my existence is stressful simply because I'm not cis. Like I woke up one day and said, bump oatmeal for breakfast. I'ma choke down some of these misgender meals before I get dressed. Chase them with a tall, fresh squeezed glass of self doubt. Maybe by then my clothes will have also decided to come out, or I'll be 3 hours late for a very, very important date. Cling to my bed as I wait for magical mice or the Fab Five to get my wardrobe to match the identity I can no longer drown in self hate. Ooh, save the date. Because my body dysmorphia is marrying my gender dysphoria. Anxiety skipping ahead, tossing flowers, dip dive in euphoria as I stand trapped in a mirrored reflection of persistencia de la memoria. Check the clocks. Well, what color best masks this depression? Because my soul feels like a refugee trying to escape my skin's oppression. Restriction came to the rescue, but now my recovery is also being tested by the booty bump playlist of my mind's obsessions. Can y'all please keep it down? Because my body, yeah, I couldn't be late for that very, very important date. We tried clinging to the bed to wait for the magical mice or the Fab Five, but they probably have people less of a mess to elevate. So all this crisis will have to quiet. The pain can scream, but only if it's silent. Hey, maybe maybe tonight I can just be unapologetically without anyone questioning my presence or my existence. Maybe all the times but clinging was just overreacting. Or maybe I could have a real conversation without having to provide any type of education. Oh, then I realized that the she everyone was discussing was actually me? Shit, what were they saying? My optimism has left me struggling to find the right time for yelling, they! It's they. Me equals they. I am not she. But all the energy I spent just on leaving and all that hushed internal screaming has left me depleted. So I'll just leave quietly, holding my head high to cover feelings of madness, twisting up overheated. Take the ride back home, watching lights flash by, illuminating insides defeated, but at least I wasn't late for that very, very important date. Well, soon I'll be back, clinging to my bed to wait for magical mice or the Fab Five. Or I'll just text all my friends for words I can use to dry these eyes. I just hope they don't reply a few seconds too late. So that again was my poem Routine. I know it ends a little sad. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. The ending is not about what you think it's about. um, I will say this because I don't want to leave anyone on a funky note. The ending is about being someone who is super strong. Um, strong. You know, you're the person that um, you're always seen as the one who holds everyone else up around you. And so you're not used to reaching out for help. You're not used to reaching out. You're not used to having to like send up the SOS to say like, hey, I'm having a really bad day, or something really crappy happened tonight and I just need someone to talk to. When you're not used to being when you're used to being the pillar and not the one who leans, um it takes a bigger moment. It takes a special kind of depletion, of defeat, for you to just surrender and reach out to people for help, to reach out to a friend, to vent to a friend, to console you. um, and the window is usually short. um, so that's what the ending means. I just hope they don't reply a few seconds too late. I hope they reply within that window where I'm in a place of surrender, where I know I need a friend, where I know I need to be able to talk through what I'm feeling. I hope that they reply in that very short window, because if they reply a few seconds outside of that window, then I will be back in that space of sucking things in and pretending like I'm fine, nothing's wrong with me, and oh, but are you okay? And so that's what the end means. I realized a couple of times performing it that the ending may be read as meaning something other than what it means. And so I just wanted to clarify that part, because that's really important, and I don't want to leave y'all being like, "Ooh, what?" Um, yeah. So that's what the ending is about. It's I hope that they don't reply um, a few seconds too late, where I am back to this space of like, if if I just stuff it deep down, then it doesn't hurt. Oh no, I'm fine. What? No, it's okay. Um. So yeah, that's what the ending means. If if you want to know what motivated me to write this piece, if you want to know the inspiration behind this piece and the meaning behind all of the words, not just the very, very end of the poem, if you want to hear more, learn more, you can click on the link below and subscribe to my Patreon. There I post monthly videos, sometimes a little more frequently, um, about um, the meaning behind my poems. They're called Behind the Poetry. Hey, where I actually go in depth about the meaning behind different poems, kind of what was going on, what motivated me to write the piece, what was going on in my life, what does it mean to me, what do some of the words mean within the poem. So if you're interested in that and you want to check out more, you can click on the link below and subscribe to my Patreon. Also, while you're below, you can click the subscribe button. That lets me know that you're rocking with me, vibing with these videos, you want to see more. Hey! And if you hit the post bell notification button next to the subscribe button, that'll send you notification anytime that I upload a new video. Hey! So you don't have to keep like coming back to check. So also convenient. And finally, if you feel generous and you would like to donate to keep this Black, queer, and non-binary poets going, thriving, creating, living, eating, you can click on my Linktree link below. There you'll find links to my Venmo, my PayPal, my Cash App, as well as my websites, both my main website and my poetry website. chia and all my informationes. So why am I so hyped today? I don't even know. So click below. Like I said, you got my Patreon below. You can subscribe there. Get access to those behind the poetry videos. You also get access to works in progress. You also get access to just like updates on what's going on, what am I working on, um, where am I going to be performing next, all of that cool info. And then, yes, you can find a link also to my link tree below, which will give you links to my websites and my PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo if you would like to donate, if you feel generous and would like to donate. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, for watching, for rocking with me. I love you, and I will see you at the next video.